Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, new shows. Why do they keep coming? Why do they keep showing up? Someone stop these people. uh, we just got ourselves a very interesting show dropping that I can't wait to see what the heck is actually gonna pop off towards the end of the day. Assassin's Bride is looking relatively promising. I never seen such a close resemblance to Kimito, and then they just go absolutely like bonkers with the actual like fighting and stuff like that. So I was pretty surprised at the end of the day on that regard, but not only that, the show looks actually like disgustingly good. So it's not one of those shows that you're just there for the overall like premise of it or the lady. For me, well, I mean, you guys could be there for whatever the heck you want. I don't whatever helps you watch these shows or check out these shows and enjoy them, more power to you. But for me, the thing that already had me hooked was this guy's eyes when they start glowing up and he's getting into a position to straight like bop everybody. I don't know who came up with that like arcing overall arcing idea of his eyes doing that, but not only is it ridiculously dope looking. We have the case of him then showing us what he can do with his blade when it's not even drawn, which I thought was probably the sickest thing in this week's episode is when he pulled out like blue long energy versions of his own sword almost and just threw them. Like I want to see more. um, I don't know what it is about shows like this that just kind of ooze off confidence in their overall like presentation. There's nothing in this show that kind of tells me they're doubting themselves, right? Like they're even concerned about what they do or how things may turn out. In the case of just overall look right now, because to be fair, some shows don't have I feel like they don't have the full confidence in like some of the stuff they present, and because of it, the characters sometimes look like that, right? Like sometimes they just look like someone didn't care to go into as much detail as humanly possible, so they just threw out whatever they could as fast as possible. So with all that being said, though, we have seen probably the most out of this show when it comes down to the girl just being full, I don't need help, I got this, everybody else needs to back up and let me do what I do. She definitely is a hard-headed one, and even knowing that she's in trouble getting hurt and all this, she still never actually reaches out for help, you know? So it's one of those instances where you're just like, man, like, she's definitely been going through some crap for some time, and every time she's probably gone through it, I guess, um, she wasn't killed in the process, or this is the first time they're actually trying to use force against her to try to awaken her mana, which in this world of these kids and these royals and like the nobles, supposedly having like mana and magic is more for the higher privileged, and if you don't have it, in the case of like you are lower class or anything like that, it's, you know, it's not that out of the norm not to have it. But for her to be someone of a higher standing and of a much higher family, it's unnormal. It's just unheard of for her to not have manifested it or even have any in the first place. So that's kind of where her story is evolving around, is her gaining this power, and not only just gaining it, then becoming a paladin, which I guess is someone just held at high regards and can protect everybody. So he starts out the story by just straight up bodying a whole bunch of people that supposedly came in to assassinate his person he was watching over. Like, I guess he was doing a bodyguard job. Um, but that guy gets assassinated, and after getting assassinated, excuse me, after getting assassinated, we then see that, you know, they really don't care. It's more like, oh man, that guy's dead. Well, we got to move on. So his next job was to pretty much go and meet this girl and assassinate her, because of whoever may have hired the guy he's working for. In the case of, like, inside the room when he comes in and actually tries to save him and shoots the guy with the bandages, who's straight up blocking blades and bullets with bandages. Can we get more of him? Thank you. We we then see how, like, ridiculous this whole entire, like, show has just been going off. Like, the people that he was fighting were like at arm's length away from him, shooting pistol shots, just da 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 da, and it meant nothing to him. He's just like, oh well, all right, I'm gonna chop you all up now. Like, it's like, I'm gonna first destroy your bullets, and then I'm gonna take you guys out. So let's get it. Like, I absolutely love that type of stuff. So to see this character then kind of like holding back this whole, not even holding back, but not even needing to go like into a stronger form or anything, like, not for him to not have to use anything crazy, which, to be interesting enough, he did use something a little bit stronger, but that was only because I think his target was running away. So instead of chasing someone that's not even that fast, he just sent out those blades and ended them. So I don't blame him for that, for using that technique, but I do feel like there was so much promise in the show when it comes down to how it looks. The overall plot isn't really that bad. Like, it seems a way better than I thought it was going to be. And then the other thing is, why haven't we seen any of the big, like the big people that want to assassinate her? And if they do want to assassinate her and they sent out this guy to do so, he's already, like, seen her struggle and seen her push and seen her do all these things that in his eyes made him want to not train her, but actually protect her and see her future come to light. And because of that, he's going to be in a super bad position when it comes down to later on, because everybody who has hired to pretty much have this girl taken out, the two people that he knows for sure, if they do get a hold of her or get people that actually have the talent to do what they needs to be done, she would die in an instant in his mind. So it's getting really interesting. I do truly like where this show is going as of now, so I can definitely see myself watching the rest of it. I don't think I saw how many episodes it's going to be. I think he's only said one right now, so hopefully it's a decent amount, or I wouldn't be surprised that if it's 12 episodes and maybe some guaranteed followed up episodes after some time. So who knows? We'll hopefully find out sooner than later. I know I'm watching the basketball show from yesterday, and they still haven't told us how many episodes are dropping as well, from what I can tell. So it's not out of the norm if it takes a little bit for it to actually tell us. But overall, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening. Definitely check out Assassin's Pride and let me know what you think, because as of right now, I'm not on any, like, negative side on it. I kind of think it has a good amount of potential and could be something that people start talking about. I mean, the guy looks like Kimito. That might be a little bit of a downside for some people, but at the same time, it's so much more bloodier, so much more in your face with action outside of, like, you know, being in a fake world or something along those lines, and doing it in virtual reality. Oh my god, get bopped. But because of that, we only have to, you know, we have to wait and see just what comes with this show, because now that he's a teacher and now that he's trying to, you know, help out this girl, everything might change. So with all that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening. If you need help with Code Vein, I am doing companion ranks, so I would be down to help anyone level up that needs it. But with all that being said, peace.